This is Monday the 7th of January 2019. This is part 2 of my friend Warthad, part 2. This is a video of my happy memories, of the best memories of Warthad that I shared. I have so many happy memories of Warthad. He was so funny and hilarious, and we had such good times. I knew him since back in February 2017. I had so much fun and so much lovely intimate moments with him, and he, for some reason, he always communicated by nodding his head. He was he is equivalent to Mr. Ed. You know, like Mr. Ed, you know, the comedy. You know, you probably don't know whether you've seen the comedy, Mr. Ed. He's the horse, he's a talking horse. Well, Warthad always communicated by nodding his head. You had the camera straight.
It's fine.
Warthad always communicated by nodding his head. Mr. Ed communicated by talking. He was a talking horse, and Warthad communicated by nodding his head. And he did. There was so many memories of Warthad. Like I have a great memory of him. I was one day. We were at the the Paddocks, I think it was, and I think it was sometime in July. I think it was July. I think it was after the Land Rover sale. I think it was the 13th of July or something like that. 13th of July. It was after the Land Rover sale, and he was literally attacking the tree. He was literally eating the leaves off the tree. He was literally pulling the leaves off the tree. I had so much fun with him that day. Literally pulling out the leaves. He's just literally grabbing literally pulling off the leaves of the tree. That's a great time with them. I was getting a lot of attention from Warthad. I think he was giving me more attention than any of the other horses at the Paddocks that day. I was getting. I think Warthad was giving me more attention. I wasn't getting that much attention from any of the other stallions. I had a little bit of attention from, from Dragon, and a little bit, but I think most of the time I think he was kind of asleep. I think mainly he was asleep, but I think Warthad was probably the best one that day, giving me when it came to the interactions. He's so funny. I had the best time that day with him attacking the tree, and I never forget that. I had the best time of my life that day. And another time, I think it was also the same month. I think it was the 19th of July. He was attacking his fence, and he's banging it with his nose, and the whole thing came down. One of the panels, the whole panel came down. Literally collapsed, and that was a moment I'll never forget. And so many memories, and some of the earlier memories as well, not only from this year but last year as well. There's one memory. We went to it was one of the memories. We were at the stables. I was going to check to see if the stallions were in, and Warthad was the only one in. All the rest were still out. The Paddocks. This must be in the early afternoon, about 3 o'clock or something. Must be around 3 o'clock. And Warthad was the only one in. This is when Warthad was in number 4. He was in number 4 in 2017. He's installed number 4 where National Defence is now. National Defence is now where Warthad was last year, or 2 years ago. No, 2 years. It was not really fully 2 years yet, because it's only beginning of January. But it was 2017. Warthad was number 4 where National Defence is. But we were at the stables, and Warthad was the only one in, and we had a great time with them. Liam was going down the stalls and checking out the stalls, and well, I was talking to Warthad, and he missed all the nodding. And he's missing all the nodding. Warthad's giving me a lot of nods, and we had a great interaction with him, and great laugh. You know, I was with him for over half an hour, 10 minutes or something. I made the first video was about at least 23 minutes, only half an hour. and the second fit was about 5-10 minutes or something. So it was over half an hour, right into action with Wartad, and great laugh, and and he was nodding his head and had a great time with them, And do you love me, Wartad? Yes. And you a great horse, Wartad? Yes. And it's a beautiful horse, Wartad. He always seemed to respond to everything I asked him with a nod. It's always a nod to everything I asked him. He was just so funny. He always made me laugh. He was probably the funniest horse on the stud. Oh, this is hilarious. He always seemed to understand me. For some reason, he always seemed to understand everything I said. Or, people seem to assume that horses don't understand what you say to them, and they do understand. They understand English. They do understand. People seem to assume that horses don't understand what people say to them. When they speak to them, and don't understand the English language or whatever else, and they do understand, because he was very aware of what I was saying to him. And even though he's Italian, he actually understood everything I said. He's actually aware of what I was saying. He's pinning his ears forward and everything else. He was really alert. He actually knew exactly what I was saying to him, and we had so much fun, and we were very close. We were very literally best buddies. Literally am I your best friend, Wartad? Yes. Do you love me, Wartad? Yes. He does everything I asked him. Am I your best friend, Wartad? Yes. He does everything I asked him. It's always a nod, yes. It's I'll never forget him. I treasure those moments forever. So I miss him like crazy. So sorry. But he was these are literally a credit, a district credit now, and he'll never be forgotten. That's for sure. I tell you, he'll never be forgotten, and I will remember him forever. And I'll treasure my friendship. I'll treasure my friendship with him forever. I'll remember him forever. And back all those happy memories we shared together. I'll never forget them. So I'll never forget him. That's for sure. I'll remember those memories. I'll live on those memories and remember them for the rest of my life. And sorry, I'm emotional here now. Sorry, folks. I don't think I'll ever get over the loss of Wartad. I don't think I'll ever get over the loss of him. It's the thought of never seeing him again. It's killing me. And then the thought the fact I never got to say goodbye to him. That's even more hurtful as well. Thought I'd never seen him again. That's even more hurtful. That's even more harder. But I had such good memories. But I think that's one of the breaking the fence. I think that's really the highlight of this year or last year. So it's a weird thing. July 2018. I think that's probably the highlight of 2018. Probably the time he broke his fence, but the famous nodding and his famous comedy antics, and it's so funny. I've never met a horse or any animal or any creature like him in my life before. He's just so unique, so different. He had his own personality. He was just so different and so unique and so lovable, and so he was just a true diamond. And I was honoured to have met him. I mean, seriously. Sorry. I had this famous catchphrase, Italian stallion, and Liam really loved that catchphrase, and didn't you, Liam?
Mm-hmm.
Liam even loved that catchphrase, and ciao, we used to do all the Jews always say ciao to him, because ciao is hello in Italian, and I can't wait to do that now. I don't wait to do that at all this year now, and God knows how I'm going to break it to the viewers now. When I go back to the YouTube, back to the stud, I'm literally gutted. There's no word to describe how I feel, and I'm literally gutted, folks. I'm literally gutted at the loss of Wartad, and I never, ever, ever, ever will get over it. But I just love him so much, and I still love him, and I'll always love him, and I'll always regard him as my friend, even though I don't see him or never see him again. But I'll always regard him as my friend, and I'll also remember him. He has a website now, so I'll keep looking up updates on him on his website, and I got a video on the website of him being paraded, and there'd been an inch footage of him in his paddock, and some videos of his race, some of his races as well. So he seems settled in his new stud, but it's not the same without him. It's not the same without him there. It's just not the same. It's not the same. It won't be the same now when I go back and go down to number 9 and not see him there. It's going to be very different, and it won't be. It will feel very. It won't feel the same. It just won't feel. It's going to feel weird not seeing him there. You know, not able to do the famous catchphrase and not do the chow. You know, I've been doing it so long. I've been doing it for a year and 8 months. Sorry. Sorry, folks. I take a drink. But yeah, he's a true treasure, and he's a true friend, and I saw other great memories of him. Yeah, there was another one. When he was in the stall, I think it was in September 2018. He was. I was going up to say hello to him, and he was literally continuously nodding his head, non-stop. It was just continuously nodding his head the whole time. And then I said to him, Liam, do you notice something different about Wartad? Do you notice something different? Did he get his hair cut? You know, and I noticed his fringe looked shorter, and then I looked at his tail. Looked like he had a haircut. This is around September. I think it was 18th of September, something like that. Around 18th of September, I said, Liam, does his hair look different to you? And then I said, oh, Wartad, turn around, Wartad. Let me see your hair, Wartad. And he turned around, and I saw his fringe. And his fringe looked shorter, and it looked like he had a haircut. And remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And he's nodding his head, literally continuously nodding his head, non-stop. He just kept nodding his head the whole time, continuously nodding his head. And it was this time also that I noticed that all the horses in the stables, they were being fed grass. They were putting all this, the stallion people were putting grass into the stables. They're feeding the stallions grass. They're putting grass into the stables, and all Wartad was eating grass at the time, and I thought it was quite strange. Grass in the stables, eating grass, you know. Apparently, Liam kind of pointed out that the grass was more moist than the hay. It's more softer than the hay. The hay was quite hard, and I never seen that before. Like, this is the new thing now that they're doing, is putting grass in the stall. I never seen that before, you see. And not putting their hand on the microphone.
Mm.
And it's a new thing that they're doing. They've never done this before, you see, put grass in the stall before. This is a brand new thing that they're doing, you see. And I thought it was quite strange. Liam said that the grass would be more moist. Is that right?
Yeah.
So it'll be more moist than the hay, because
That's right, yeah.
the hay will be more hard. So this is when Wartad's hair, he looked like he had his cut or something. His fringe was shorter and his tail was shorter. It looked like he got trim. So I have a funny feeling. I think I know why his hair was cut. I think it's because he's getting prepared for. He's getting prepared for when he was going off to France. I think that's why he's getting his hair cut. Just realise now.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he was getting his hair cut.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting prepared for when he's going off to France. Him. I think that's why he was getting his hair cut. Because getting him prepared for when he was going off to France.
Yeah, it must be. To look his best.
I think that's why he was getting his hair cut.
Mm-hmm.
I just realised that now. Because it was only,
a month later, before he was going off. Because this was September. This was the 18th of September that I noticed his hair was different. Like, remember, this was September, and he was going off in October. A month later, Liam. So exactly a month later that he was going off. So I was of a feeling that he was getting prepared for going off to France. That's why he's getting his hair cut.
Must have been.
So it's only a month later that he was going off to France. He's going off like he went off on the 22nd of October, the Monday. And this was the 18th of September that I noticed his hair was cut. He's not in his head.
So 4 days later he was off.
What?
4 days later he was off.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry for
Alright, pause video.
Sorry folks, I'm just a bit emotional.
It's 16 minutes already.
Sorry folks, I'm just a little bit emotional. But these are they're just kind of the main memories I have of him. He's just he'd be so remembered, and he'll never be forgotten. He'll be sorely missed at the stud, and hopefully he'll carry on over in France and do very well over there, and hopefully he'll cover as many mares, and hopefully he'll do well with the wins with his offspring in the next coming years, and do well with his fee. Hopefully his fee will go up. His fee is lower in France than it is over here. It's 2,800 over there. It was 5,000 over here. So hopefully his fee will go up. Even watch your fingers.
Fingers are fine.
It's not in the microphone.
No.
Hopefully he'll do much better over France than he did over here. He had less than 5 wins over here. That's probably one of the reasons why they shipped him over to France, because he wasn't doing so well with his offspring over this side of this side of the world. So that's probably one of the reasons why they brought him over there. So so hopefully he'll do more better over there, and hopefully his fee will go up higher, and hopefully he'll do much better with his offspring, and so cover as many mares. I'm not too sure what their mating what way their mating season works over there. But it's probably the same in all the studs. Probably all the same over there as it is over here. Probably the same
cycle
as it is over there. But so hopefully now he'll do well over there, and I wish him the very best of luck in his future and with his offspring, and hopefully his fee goes up, and I wish him every success in whatever he does. And I really miss him like hell, and he'd be sorely missed in the stud, and I really miss you, Warthad, and you look after yourself, and we'll be all thinking of you in the Irish National Stud, and I love you, and so I hope they're looking after you over there. I love you, and we all love you in the Irish National Stud. All the Irish National Studs are all thinking of you, and we all wish you well, and hope you do well over there, and so you keep yourself well and look after yourself, and I hope the staff look after you over there, and hope you make lovely, probably make new female friends over there, made some friends with some of the fillies over there, I say, made new girlfriends over there, made some female friends. Oh, sorry. Met up with some nice ladies. Yeah, so
20 minutes.
So I hope you get on well over there, and wish you the very best of luck for your future. And I've been thinking of you I've been thinking of you every day, every second of every day, and I love you very much. And you take care of yourself. I love you, Warthad. All the best. Take care. I love you. Bye.